It kind of angered you, huh?
No, it kind of shocked me. I'm thinking about taking you to the eye doctor. What's wrong with you?
All right, welcome back to Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast, Monte The Pharaoh, only seen here out of Indie Music Television, straight out of Ronkonkoma, Long Island. Pharaoh?
Yo.
Little wrestling news. Rest in peace, Jerry Jarrett. Thoughts on Jerry?
Well, obviously a pioneer in the business. Major influence down with Jerry the King Lawler over in Memphis, area. Had a couple of companies, as we discussed on This Week in Wrestling, which you could tune in to see tomorrow night. His companies they weren't exactly mid-Atlantic. I'm not disparaging his work. Obviously, he was a major player in many aspects of the business, but I don't know.
There was the opportunity. He could have been run the WWE if Vince McMahon would have gotten nailed for steroids.
That would have been quite interesting to see what direction he would have taken it in. I don't know. Lived a full life, obviously. His contributions to the business are enormous, and he gave us Jeff. So, rest in peace.
Nice.
Raquel
Welch, rest in peace, my friend.
Whoa.
You didn't know this?
No, I did not know this. You just named the sexiest woman that ever walked the face of the earth. What are you talking about?
She died, passed away yesterday, dude. You didn't know. Wow, I'm surprised. I didn't think you didn't know. Wow.
That's the most beautiful woman that's ever lived. That's all there is to it. Anybody who doesn't understand what I'm getting at, what was it, 1 million years BC or something like that? Take a look at Raquel Welch in 1966 in that bathing suit, and you tell me that that's not the most beautiful woman you've ever seen. Are you serious?
Well,
wow.
Anyway, I don't know. I don't know about that because did you catch Bianca?
What, Alexa Bliss?
No, but did you catch Bianca Belair on Raw on Monday night?
Bianca Belair, Raquel Welch. Are you trying to make me barf live on air? Are you serious?
I'm telling you right now.
Wow.
Bianca Belair needs to stay as the Raw Women's Champion
for Mike's wrist
for the rest of her life.
I mean, wow, dude, really?
Dude, that
in the same sentence as Raquel Welch?
I'm going with it. I'm saying it. I'm going with it.
Holy armbar.
Since you're not into Bianca Belair.
I didn't say that. You compared her to Raquel Welch. That was very rough for me to accept, but I'm moving on. Go ahead.
That kind of angered you, huh?
No, it kind of shocked me. I'm thinking about taking you to the eye doctor. What's wrong with you? Oh, God, folks, help me.
Our friend Ron Shaw isn't happy with us. He seems to like you very much, he seems to think that I'm a bully.
You're a bully.
And now you're making me feel bad.
But you didn't. Wait, now hold on.
You're making me feel bad.
See, I'm struggling with how I should feel about this because I like Ron Shaw. You know that, right?
Yeah.
But when Ron was on the show, he really came after you kind of hard, didn't he?
But he's done a few interviews afterwards. Not a few now. It seems like every week he's doing them. He was just interviewed from a television show, news show in Florida.
Okay.
And he just can't stop talking about how we continue, not we, me, keep continue to talk about him. We were on that show. We do a very rare appearance on other people's podcasts. We were on that one show, and they brought up Ron Shaw.
Right.
And they were making fun of him, and you and me didn't really stand up for him.
No. But I thought I had talked to, as Ron remembers, I had talked to Ron before he came on for the interview.
Right.
So I thought everything was copacetic, but then Ron still wasn't copacetic. I don't know where to take this, man. I don't know. How do you feel about the whole thing? This is your chance to say something to Ron Shaw. You feel like saying anything to Ron Shaw?
No. Anyway,
move on.
On our
Sorry,
page,
Ron.
on our page, on our page, I shared something off the internet which talks about us bullying. I'm not going to read it, but
you're mean.
You made some really good comments. Someone else that seems to think we're a bully would be a porn actress.
Oh, here we go.
What would you call them? Not porn.
They're adult entertainers.
Adult entertainer.
Get it straight.
Actress.
Have some class here.
Misha Montana.
Yeah, what about her?
Wasn't happy. And, Jared, you wanna read what Miss Montana had to say?
Don't do it. All right,
Yeah, I can read it.
do it.
Yeah, thanks.
You read well.
Thanks,
Go ahead.
Spidey. Go ahead.
1 second.
Wait,
Yeah.
Jared, before you start, I just want to say that the views that are about to be expressed are not necessarily the views of Monte the Pharaoh, but a porn star.
I won't even reference the podcast that thought it was appropriate to spend 20 minutes talking about how ugly I am and compare my looks to other women in the industry. But I will post my response. Everything I fight for and everything I engage in, I seek to leave a positive impact on this world, and I encourage others to make the choice to spread love and beauty when we are so consumed by hatred. Go into the world and choose to impact people in a positive way. That's how you'll be remembered.
Spidey, you're such a good reader.
Thank you.
So, I really, Pharaoh, after your speech, which was very nice, and
go ahead.
after all this conversation about bullying,
Yeah.
I thought of this right on the spot right now, and I said,
Uh-oh.
I said, people need help out there, and
Yeah.
they need advice.
Yeah.
And who better to give advice to people in the world than Jimmy Pharaoh?
What?
So I thought to myself, this is what I'm going to do. I can't unleash you into the world, okay? Because I really don't know.
Well, it's too late. I'm already out there.
No, but what I mean is as helping people along. So what I did, now again,
What?
I know a lot of people
What
are
did you
stealing this,
do?
more stealing from Monte the Pharaoh, but that's okay.
Well, what else is new?
I took a couple of old Dear Abby articles.
Now, Dear Abby's my hero.
I'm
What are
going
you
to
talking
read
about
them
here?
to you, and I'm going to ask you to give this person advice, and then I'll judge if I can unleash you in a world where you can help a Ron Shaw
You want
or
me-
a Misha Montana.
I don't think there's any help for either of them, but I'll try.
Okay,
Go ahead.
are you ready?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right.
Wow, an advice column with the Pharaoh. This is f***ed up. Go ahead.
Dear Pharaoh, about
tired
4
already.
months ago, the house across the street was sold to a father and son.
Yeah.
Or so we thought. We later learned it was an older man about 50 and a young fellow around 24.
Okay.
This was a respectable neighborhood before the odd couple moved in. They were all sorts of strange-looking company. Men who look like women, women who look like men, blacks, whites, Indians.
Is this a real letter?
Yesterday, I even saw 2 nuns go in there. Pharaoh, these weirdos are wrecking our property's value. How can I improve on the quality that was once a respectable neighborhood?
Okay, judging by your letter, if you really want to increase the value of the property in your area, sell it. You should mind your own business. Sell the house and get the fuck out of the neighborhood. Who cares what's going on next door? Are they coming over for donuts? What do you care? Mind your own business. Next.
Dear Pharaoh, I joined the Navy to see the world. I've seen it. Now how do I get out?
Oh, you're going to love this answer. Okay, once upon a time there was this guy. All you got to do is just take a big wrench, a big metal wrench, and smash it on your knees. And then you can get out because you can't walk anymore. They can't use you.
So your advice is cripple yourself.
Yeah, cripple yourself.
Very
Yeah.
good.
There you go. What else
All
you
right.
got?
Dear Pharaoh.
This is going very well, by the way. What else
right.
you got?
Dear Pharaoh, my wife sleeps in the raw. Then she showers, brushes her teeth, and fixes our breakfast. Still in the buff. Oh, man. We're newlyweds, and there is just the 2 of us. I suppose there's really nothing wrong with it. What do you think?
There's nothing wrong with it. Why did you even bother to fucking write the note? Now go and have some fun. Hump like an animal. Next.
That's it?
Are you kidding me?
That's all you got?
The wife is making breakfast naked and you're writing about it? Get back to put the pencil down and pull the pen out. What is wrong with you? Shoot the ink, idiot. Next.
Dear Pharaoh, my husband lost his wallet. It was mailed back, and I found it stuffed with snapshots of other women. I confronted him with evidence, and he said, as a true Southern gentleman, he refused to muddy the names of the ladies in the pictures. What do I do with this Alabama skunk?
Go and get your own collection of guys, and then when he finds your purse, say the same thing to him. Tit for tat.
Jared, what do you think? Should I unleash the Pharaoh to give other people advice with their lives?
Yeah, I think he's ready.
Alrighty then. Spidey has spoken.
Well, Ron Shaw and Misha Montana, the Pharaoh will be out there if you really need help,
Oh, yeah.
as you both seem to need. Please write Jimmy Pharaoh at the Monte the Pharaoh webpage. That's Monte and A-N-D, thepharaoh.com. Ladies and gentlemen, Pig Farm. Hey guys, welcome. Thank you for joining Long Island's #1 pro wrestler broadcast.
Thank you for having us. Appreciate it.
So, to the fans out there, introduce yourselves.
So I am Nick, the vocalist of Pig Farm.
I'm Jeff the drummer.
I am Zach the bassist.
Which make up the band Pig Farm. Where do you come up with the name Pig Farm?
See, there is this band Isker that I really like, and they have the song title, A Pig in Every Home. And I'm like, that sounds really cool. So I'm just kind of playing around with the words. Pig Farm came to mind, and it just sounded like metal, dirty, grungy.
So you guys were in for a couple of years, and then the COVID hit, huh?
Yep. Yeah.
What was that like for guys who, you look, playing live is, the blood flow of a musician. I mean, what was that like when that went down for you guys?
It's rough.
It's sad to not play shows in a while, but you know what? I think the first show back that we had after COVID was maybe the most packed, not to date, but the most packed to date since COVID. So I think, viewership and crap like that has been going up.
Did the off time give you guys a chance to almost like be in an incubator as musicians, as artists, like to create when this was going on?
Yeah, it gave us some time to write.
Absolutely. We worked very hard on a lot of the songs that you just heard, and more to come. And during that time of COVID, we actually wrote most of what's on this EP.
Nice. Now, Zach, I'm kind of fascinated with this. Being a dinosaur from the old days, I'm fascinated that there's no guitarist in this band. That it's basically you're doing a deal. Is this something that's more recent? That I can't remember the last time I've ever seen a band where the bass player's doing everything as far as the guitar work. Is this an original thing, or where'd you get this idea to do this?
I happened to have necessity. Originally, I wanted to start this band, and I wanted to be the bassist because I wanted to get back into my main instrument.
Okay.
And for some reason, finding a guitarist at the time was very difficult for this kind of music.
Right.
And out of nowhere, I discovered something called an AV switch, which allows you to play between 2 amps. And one of my favorite bands, I Hate God, is a very riff-heavy band. And I think, well, if you're gonna write riffs, you don't need a guitarist, you just need something to come out of it.
Right.
So most of my riffs come from bass, so it just kind of happened naturally.
What would you describe your music as being if you were forced to describe what kind of style you guys are?
I like to call ourselves like a dumb Black Sabbath.
A dumb Black Sabbath?
Yes.
Well, that's interesting. That's interesting. Okay.
Now, your type of music, right? I don't know if I consider it wouldn't be mainstream. So is it hard to find the audience, or is it more popular than I think?
I would say this kind of music, like stoner metal, sludge, doom, like I've been seeing a huge rise in that. Like so many festivals are being booked for that specific kind of genre. As far as mainstream goes, I wouldn't say you would hear it on like BLI or anything, but there's...
BLI? We're not that old! BLI! We come from BAB, bro! What the BLI?
BAB,
Oh my
that doesn't
God.
even
There's
exist
definitely an
anymore.
audience for this kind of music, and I feel like no matter what you do, as long as you put the passion into it, people will come to it and find the connection to it.
Are there any other bands out there that specialize? I know I'm fascinated with just the bass. Is there other bands that are out there that are like, big time?
With just bass?
Yeah, I'm just curious. I can't remember ever seeing anything like it.
We've been compared to, of course, the White Stripes.
Okay.
Because, just a guitarist and a drummer.
That's very true. Very true.
I've been compared to, I believe, the Royal Thunder.
Okay.
Because they're also just a bassist and drummer, I believe. Or a guitarist and drummer, I'm not exactly sure. But another great band is Telekinetic Yeti, which is just a guitarist and drummer.
Okay.
There's a lot of bands.
So there is stuff out there.
There's a lot of bands very innovative about this recently. As far as technology has come, I feel like people are pushing themselves to be more creative about it.
You guys are playing a couple of venues, stuff like that. Is it all guys showing up this thing, or is there any decent looking women showing up to this stuff, or is it like it's a slim pickings?
Please say yes.
You're not gonna like my answer.
Oh
It
no!
is a
It's a
sausage
bunch of
fest
sweaty
most of the
dudes.
time,
What was that?
There are some beautiful ladies that come out to the crowd, so I will
Fair
give
enough.
that.
Okay.
But you know, you just get a bunch of guys who just want to go into the mosh pit, throw
you go.
themselves around,
Sure.
and you know.
But I
Sure.
mean, look?
But enough about me.
You're
I mean, you know.
you're a lead singer, right? It's
Yeah.
like, isn't the dream like to be playing on stage, making lots of money, and then having every hot woman out there?
Well, that's anybody's dream. They don't even have to be a
Yeah,
singer.
you don't have to be in a band to love that.
No, but I know I get it, right? But my point is like, you know, you're playing, and like you said, you're in a sausage fest. I mean, how do you break out of that?
I couldn't tell you how you break out with
Pig
that.
farm,
I mean, I
sausage.
guess you just kind of go with the flow.
Yeah.
You know, you just appreciate the people that show up. You love
Yeah,
the crowd. You know,
sure.
they always have great energy.
Sure.
You know, guys or girls. So.
But yeah,
Oh, we start
but like,
seeing more.
so here's my worry, right? It's such
Here
slim
he
pickings,
goes.
and when finally something comes walking through the door, if it does look like a pig farm, you might be like, hey, I'm hooking up, I'm in there.
Yeah, there we go. You never know.
I want to hear from the drummer. What's it like being the drummer?
Hey, chicks love drummers, dude. Don't kid yourself. Yeah, chicks love drummers.
It's very cool.
Wait a minute, you got him to say that? That's it?
How many venues do you guys have at any given time within a month?
Well, we cut back sort of a little bit just to like write new stuff, but we're still playing shows. But at a point, like a month or two ago, we were like playing a show every weekend, sometimes like two. So it's busy but fun and rewarding.
Now, how many nights a week you guys get together to practice to sharpen your craft?
Not even enough, but I guess enough to sound okay.
Okay.
We probably practice like once every 2-3 weeks if
Really?
we're lucky. So
Wow.
we got to do it more.
But you're gigging a lot though too, so it's not
Yeah.
like anything's getting rusty.
So
Okay.
who controls the money in the band?
Oh,
Right?
here
With
we
any
go.
business, who's in charge of the money and who's the businessman in there? So how does that work, Zach?
It sucks.
I mean, how hard is it to I was fortunate back in the day. I was able to make some good cash, gigging out. But how hard is it to get a good paying gig nowadays? Because it wasn't that hard 30, 40 years ago. But I would assume it's a lot more difficult now.
It is. It can be very difficult, as Nick stated previously, that some shows are like hit and miss.
Right.
And with a lot of shows that we play, it's who comes to see you. So
Right. Sure.
People will tally down, like, people come into a door, they say which band are there to see, and they tally it. And that's how the bands will be paid.
Right.
And sometimes you get stuck with doors.
Yeah, sometimes I have to do the doors, which sucks.
Oh my
But,
God, you're doing the door? Yeesh.
Yeah.
Well, then again, you could just, they could say that they're coming to see another band, and you could just put it in the pig farm slot.
I couldn't.
Oh, come on,
Now, do you foresee you guys advancing your music and maybe changing a little bit, maybe writing some love songs or anything like
Love
that?
songs. Yeah. After they get the shit out of their pocket that they found. Go ahead.
We had a love song called Skinny Girl once.
Skinny girl.
Yeah.
How flattering. Did she like it?
It was about cocaine.
That's why she was skinny. All right, that explains it.
So who does the writing of the music?
I mean, we pretty much write our own parts, right? I mean,
Yeah, we each take on our own bit. Like, I'll do all the lyrics for the band.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Jeff does all that. And Zach is the riff master.
He is.
Okay.
He is.
Now, do you guys disagree on your writing at all, or does someone say, "Hey, change it"? Because I know you
He's
go
nodding
through that.
yes. He's going no.
Because I know you go through that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well,
It definitely
not with
comes
Bart.
up
He's
a lot.
great.
I can admit that I'm very stubborn about a lot of parts that I really like.
Okay.
But they
but
bring
usually it's the right direction anyway, so it's,
Very nice.
we're all on the same page.
You guys want to tell us about your debut full-length album here, We Fall to the Ground? How long did this take to make?
recording. It took less than 2 days.
Nice. Nice. The preparation? How much
a little
time?
bit, yes.
Yeah.
Tabbing out all the songs, having scratch tracks, stuff like that. Knowing all of our parts, of course. But our songs are stupid simple because.
Because you're a dumb Black Sabbath? Are we getting back to that?
Exactly, yes.
Okay.
So it made it
Okay.
much easier for us to record it. But really, the mixing took a while because I wanted certain like little things, like
Sure.
little nitpicky things.
Sure.
But I can't say more than enough how much we appreciate the work that our friend Jason put into it from Ruby Studios.
Gotcha.
He polished it up and made it sound better than we could have imagined.
Now, when I first met you, the thing that we bonded over immediately, and I want you to tell the audience, how do you feel about Black Sabbath?
I love Black Sabbath, bro.
Yeah, because I can hear it in your style. So I was just curious as to how deep, and same thing for the drums too, by the way. I hear Bill Ward going on sometimes in there. What is a band like Black Sabbath, who broke up decades before you guys were born? What do you guys think about, that whole time period? Do you sometimes wish well, you'd be old now, but do you sometimes wish you could have been around for some of that?
Definitely wish I was around for some of the shows and with the Black Sabbath, but we're still able to hear them on YouTube, and
There you go.
It's good enough for us. I
Yeah.
guess.
How sick would it have been to just see Black Sabbath back in the day?
No.
I've never seen the sunrise here. Time has gone and words are old. I bet I know what you're thinking, 'cause I think of the same thing too. Some days we're stronger than others. Some days we fall to the ground. Some days we wanna be dead ends. Some days we put our heads down. Look forever, try to turn up something new. I want to tell to you, our river's ending, and we see the tide drop. Can't stay the floor, 100 stories or more. Some days we fall to the ground. Some days we put our heads down. We're in it together, but we're playing it separate. Soft times, cause the pity I know. We wrote a song, and it sounded so lovely. We forgot all the words, and forgot how it goes. Yeah!